And so today we are looking at what has been dubbed as my Mazebase in the past. About 3 or 4 years ago I first built this on a dedicated server, but it's been long since gone, so I wanted to recreate this using the old command console there for the build hack and all that such. So basically just on creative mode here. Originally this was built on a server hosted by Zuma Arcade there, and a good Forest YouTuber. He had a couple of servers up for people, and we would come on and build every month, and he would come and do a tour, and then we'd wipe the server every month. So yeah, that was a real fun old time. Miss those good old days. But yeah, I don't know, you might want to give Zuma a check out there. He's a pretty good guy, and I think he's actually getting back into the forest semi-recently, well, when this video will be coming about. So yeah, let's see, taking a look at this base here. I guess the first and most obvious thing would be just how you get it started there, which way back when, all I did was have some rock walls on top of the cannibal hut here. You could just place them right along the spine of the hut. But unfortunately you can't do that any longer, so just had to use a slight get around by putting birdhouses up there, as you can see, and then on the birdhouse a head trophy, in this case a deer head, which is large enough to accommodate a rock wall on top. So there we had it. And then from there, it's pretty basic, just building a custom floor. Bring your floor out to approximately where you want. In my case, I just used custom foundation and went from my middle point and counted out how many diagonal sections that cross with the vertical sections right there. So you can basically see how many, well, how far you want to get out here. So I would take a certain number and try to stick to it on both sides, and then I'd be like, all right, so I've got 1 section, 2 section, 3 section, just a rough estimate of what I'm doing there. And then bring it all the way around and come on the other side and hopefully be able to use the, wow, I managed to draw it almost perfectly straight first try there. Like if I was, oh no, it's starting to drift a little bit, but I would almost be tempted to use that if I was doing this legitimately. Just since it was off slightly on that axis to the right, then I would use, I would build my rock wall over here, a little bit off to the right of that, and then that would counter the slight off axisness of that, and then I would just build my rock wall pillars up to there, do the thing where you bring a custom floor around from the very first anchor point, and place it right there, go all the way around to my rock wall pillars, and then if I bring it last anchor point all the way back around to where I first do it, and click on it, blueprint auto ends, and that one anchor point is the only one that matters. So that at that point I was able to just miss that bunny, cancel, well, destroy the rock walls, and voila, floating first floor. That's all you really need, isn't it? So from there I was able to put down a climbing rope, which is based on a simple stairs right here, and then I was able to get up into the base and then place whatever I want on top of that. In the first time that I was playing this, the dedicated server, I did just have to build a rock wall, just kind of basic thing from, up from here down to this rock right here, so just somewhere for me to be able to, walk my logs up until I built the second most important thing, which is, get to that right now. Oh, and as for the fact that it's, a ridiculously unsupportable build on top of a few different rocks. Originally there was rock wall the whole way, but right now it's just sitting on 2 rock pillars. I don't know. We're already getting pretty fantastical with the design. Like, I'm just gonna headcanon it that, oh, it's supported by fancy materials that we got from the lab over there, okay? Like, shut up. I'm just wanting to have fun with this, you know? I mean, you see them online, weird concept builds of like, yeah, like floating pendulum houses in real life. Just, I don't know how much I trust it, but they're out there, so, you know, it's a thing. So yeah, you'd get up here past the pretty basic planters with some plants in them, obvious stuff. So I'd go with a little trophy head there. A squirrel, the proudest, mightiest animal in the forest. I think in the original save I might have done a shark head or something scary, but there we go. So yeah, you would get up here to the first level of the base, which is actually technically a half level. As you can see, there's greenery poking through, but because I actually did one level, which is the original one, and then after that I just placed rock walls over in the corners, I believe, so that I could... Well, where did I place the rock walls? Anyways, I did that thing where you have, as you can see, a wooden wall behind at wooden wall length, and then below you have to the side of it a rock wall, and then on that rock wall, which is half height, you have the custom floor, so that you're able to have, when you stand on the top custom floor, these half height wooden wall sections, which feel really nice as balconies. And I really like the holes in between them for some reason. It reminds me of being on a ship. Let the water run out. You can also shoot through them, so that's kind of fun. Whee! So yeah, where would we go from here? I guess you'd probably most want to take a look at what enabled me to actually start, pardon me, start building around here, which was, well, up here without having to get up that ridiculous rock wall, is the very obvious elevator situation here, which, you know, it's pretty basic. If you don't happen to know, it's you bring your crane blueprint onto a custom floor. Give me that crane. Yeah, you just bring your crane or blueprint onto a custom floor, and then once you place it, which, by the way, it acts as a hole cutter too, so be careful if if it's intersecting anything. But you actually place it, and then before you build it, you use the actual hole cutter to cut the floor out from underneath it, and you have to visually align it so that you can tell it's going to be in a way such that the floor and the crane where it's going to be are flush to each other in terms of placement of the crane logs. So, you know, I see I got enough room right here, and I got enough room on the back side, which, you know, the ones where it's perpendicular, it's pretty easy, but the ones where it's parallel, it's slightly difficult. Like, say if I had placed the thing about halfway through here, then instead of at the edge of this one, then there would be a little bit of a gap on this side, or say if I placed it only a little bit closer, then there would be a huge gap, because this board would have to be gone, but there would be a huge gap and you'd probably fall through, so you have to try your best to align them. And then over here, I think I might have fucked up a little bit, so I just used birdhouses to fill the gap of the extra log I hit by accident. But yeah, so that's how the whole place was built after that, really. Once you can bring up your resources, there you go. Start building everything after that. Got a nice little custom foundation at the bottom here to kind of snug into where I have the elevator. I don't know, it just kind of makes it feel more nice and tied together in a nice way, you know. And yeah, pretty basic. Bring your carts up here and build the rest of the base in there. And then these I decided to do just because I'm obsessed with little areas where you have like a ceiling above you, and then you have like a little area below to, you know, just hang out and such, like little catwalks, balconies right up close to ceiling tops kind of thing. I just really like that aesthetic. Got a nice little place to peek out at all the activity going on here. That sounds like a bird trapped inside of the base. Yeah, stupid glitch. There we go. But yeah, so we've got the previously aforementioned blueberry bushes in the middle level here. We got some places to store things, you know, basic stuff. Oh my gosh. This glitch, I tell you. There we got, you know, some basic space filling stuff. Like, oh, you know, I like this little trick of doing the custom, what do you call that thing? Shooting board, targeting board, mixed in with the skull light. Looks kind of cool in my opinion. And yeah, so let's see, that's pretty much the first level, which is basically just the getting stuff up to here to build the rest of the base level. And then from there you can either go on one of the whole base is mirrored obviously. You can go on one of the side places which lead up to kind of storage rooms for where you would place all your hard-earned materials. You know, you bring it up here, put it through, find whichever one is, and they're probably all full anyways, but you get the idea. So you come up on here and you have the nice little area for storage, and then got platform, bridge, wooden bridge leading up to the top levels of the base. Which area should I go first? Maybe I'll go through the main area here. Oh, right, forgot you gotta crouch because of the chandeliers right there. But they're nice, right? It'll add a little bit of lighting and texture to the area. Got a good mix of rock and stone and bone and sticks occasionally here and there. Some tables thrown in for a good measure. And then here we have the sort of main entranceway to the top of the base, which in the original save that I'm, you know, recreating from, this window was decently a little bit better, more nicely designed, more artistic, better looking, but I don't know, I just wanted to, by the time I was doing that, I was just kind of like, I'm just recreating this for my own joy of just being able to walk through this again. So I don't really need it to be too incredibly fancy, but I did a decent little job and some stone ringing around there. Let's see, so yeah, you get up here to the second level, and that leads, I don't know, you can just see the other side of the storage area and all that, and I don't know, something about having multiple different areas on a slightly raised portion is just really nice to me. Like, you got the one where we are over here, and you can look down over the little gap down there, like, ooh, look at all those peasants down there. Got the other area, raised section there, and you'd be like, look over, hey, how's it going there? You know, I just kind of like that aesthetic for some reason. So let's see, from there you can head on up, keep heading on up the main route, or you can keep heading over here, which just leads into some storage, or sorry, not storage, sitting areas. Basic setup here. Actually, don't tell anybody, but I fucked up. The first time I made this base, there was two bridges leading up from here, and there was also one leading up from there. So basically I fucked up and I put the one bridge a bit too far this way, so now there's not enough room to do another bridge. So originally this led to that level right there, and then this bridge led up to the top level where it's going anyways still, but I didn't make it well enough. Like, I should have had it out further and more room and stuff, and I messed up. I didn't, I did things out of order. I was rushing, because I am doing this with the, you know, the command console, the build hack. It's easy to just rush through things. So yeah, at this point I would be going with I don't know, this setup that I have now here. I'm just saying that, oh, right, well, it looks good in here, and you get up to the top level in a different way, and the very top level is still the same. It's just slightly further back than before. So yeah, you can either take this route, which is sort of down from the, I don't know, I think it was like the rough and ready, like fucking the worker class, you know, they got all the people down here that would actually bring the stuff into the base. Alright, there, it's the resource-based area. I hate to say base so often, but up here, and then from there you would say you're bringing the, you know, bringing the materials up to the next few levels. That's sort of the route you take. But if you're going with sort of the grand a very important person tour, you'd kind of go, all right, here's you going to the base, and you just go right up from the first level, right up to the second level, and then you take the alternate route right up to the Grand Master Bedroom, which is my area in this base. Like, you mental headcanons that, you know, all the people are working down there, and there's also other stuff up there we'll get to. But this is the area where the master of the house, I would hang out, which we'll get to that in a few moments here. So let's see. On this level, we have some, you know, basic open area, lots of space for different peoples to move around in and past each other without bumping into each other. And we've got a hole in the thing to, you know, go up and down, but we also have, as you can see over here, another room, which in the original recreation of this build, there wasn't really a floor here. There was another wooden bridge coming up from there, leading up through this floor, and then you kind of jump. You would get up to here, and then you could look backwards as if you're on this. You'd look backwards, and then you could jump through a tiny gap, and you'd be in these hidden rooms. And I put skins in them over the gaps that you couldn't really see because I, again, fucked up. The triangular roofing section here is much wider, I think taller than in the original base. I was just trying to freehand it. There's no real way to tell how I did it in the original base, so I didn't do it all that well, and now there's a huge hole where there used to be just a tiny little one where you could kind of just barely squeeze through, and you wouldn't even be able to tell it's there because it's all covered in skins. It's funny, when Zuma actually toured the map here, the base, he actually didn't notice that area, so it wasn't toured, and I also couldn't go back to re-watch it to see how I did it for rebuilding purposes, so that was kind of unfortunate. So I just did the best I could, and now I've got the yeah, those hidden rooms up there, which sort of the main way that you're supposed to get up there in the first base, and I don't know, still in this base, even though there's a door you probably just tend to walk through now, is by using these you know, curved custom wall logs, and basically it's something I got from my original base. My original first base in the whole game, really, day 999, day one, where you would be able to climb up the rooftops and end up, you know, just end up in another area here. It's kind of a secondary way of replacing stairs. I just realized I forgot to explain, too, what I'm doing over here with the basic stair with the wooden bridge attached to another basic stair, and you can do it really steeply and pretty much any angle and still make it work. And sort of the llama job queue wooden bridge idea staircase there, and I think it was originally sort of pioneered by somebody in their community named DNGTFO, I think it was. That's his Discord name. I don't know. I don't know how to find him. Don't know. It's been forever since he's been online or contacted anybody. So I don't know. I'm just trying to give credit where credit's due. I don't know much else. What more to say than that? But yeah, so it's kind of two different alternate styles of replacing staircases, which is the custom roof technique or the wooden bridge technique. So over here, in the last base and this base, you would do that to get up, and then you just kind of come in through here, and you're looking at, you know, where you're at here. You got a nice little secret base in here to just relax and have a good old time. Sure is beautiful. It's really saddening that Zuma didn't notice these areas because, you know, it's like, oh, it's the secret room, why didn't you? I mean, you know, it makes sense, it's the secret room, so, but, yeah. And in this base, it was like really, the old base, it was really hard to even see the entrance in here, and then now it's super obvious, so it's not really as fun. But yeah, this was just a nice area to come in and relax, and, you know, we got obviously mirrored on both sides. I kind of prefer the view from this side because you can see the mountains without the trees in the way. And look at that. And I gotta say that the building in this game is mostly just so I can enjoy the view, like make a nice base and just, I don't know, it's like 3D architecture modeling game, and you actually get to walk around through it afterwards. It's great. Man. Yeah, and this view out here is the mountains and the trees and the master bedroom suite over there. And possibly hanging at, at an angle. We'll talk about that later. But, yeah. And, you know, just kind of rounded out the rest of the area in here. I don't know, it's pretty basic setup, to be perfectly honest. You know, just like a couple of chairs and fucking a couple of tables and a light in the table. Like, oh wow, one phased object, like, big job. Like, but, you know, it's, this is supposed to be a recreation of what I was doing, you know, 2, 3, 4 years ago now. So I can say my building styles have advanced a lot, so I was tempted to build more stuff, but I'm just supposed to be recreating what I did, so I'll leave the fancier stuff to other worlds and just recreate it in its basicness as what I did, you know, 2, 3 years ago here. Take the secret entrance, which is extremely obvious now. And yeah, so from there you would sort of, whoopsie, sort of head out to the master bedroom, and oh, actually before that, maybe I'll go to the top level. Actually, before that, let me just explain briefly what's even going on here with this strange structure with the weird underneath part. Basically, to get this effect, you kind of just need to hang a climbing rope. So in this case, you know, I used a, where are you? Simple stairs, and then from the simple stairs, I'm able to hang a climbing rope over here, and then from the climbing rope, you're able to hang a platform, which normally comes in the, you know, 4-leg mode, but if you maneuver it close to a cliff, like say down there, or in this case, a climbing rope node, it'll actually switch into the cliff hugging variant, which obviously changes the shape it's in. You can just kind of place it there, and looks like that, and then once you're done that, you can place another climbing rope on the end of that one, and you can just keep building outwards for as long as you want to, really. So it's a neat little way of defying gravity. So I'm not sure how cost and resource efficient it is compared to other methods of doing unique stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know, it's what I did 3, 4 years ago, so again, we're just copying the original aesthetic of what happened. So that's how you end up with a large platform all the way out there. Had some customs, you know, little small tables all stacked together as a nice little, not walkway, what's the word? Balcony, railing. And then, yeah, I guess from here, maybe I'll go to the top level? Yeah, let's do that. So up here you get into the kind of kitchens area, which, you know, the second you're up here, you just kind of hop out, and here we are in the main kitchens area, which kind of goes from right over there to right over, here's the other way up, right over here, so, which features just, you know, some basic stove type thing with the various meats, and got some herbs in there for good measure, and you know, down here you'd have your bunnies and your bones, and just fill in the space. Basic kitchen stuff, really. I don't know. I remember building the original one. I did a better job somehow. I'm not quite sure how I worked so amazingly well with the limited space, but I remember it being just better feeling and a better kitchen. But this entire top level actually also didn't get viewed by Zuma, so I don't recall exactly what the top level looked like, so I'm just doing my best to recreate it here. And I don't know, I got some parts right. Like, I remember having the wooden bridge leading up to another simple stairs, and a custom stairs leading on top of those two with some extra flooring to level things out, leading up to this nice little dining area up here, where, you know, you got your, bring your food out to your patrons over here, and they enjoy it, and their nice view of the outside there. Good old times. And then let's see what else here. Yeah, so I can't remember exactly what I did to make it the first time, so I'm just doing the best I can here, whereas everything else I was able to watch Zuma's video for reference. But I don't know what I did to make the top level look so nice the first time. This time around, it's kind of cramped and all together, and like I said earlier, I fucked up and I made these roofs too tall, and then I wasn't able to do anything about that because I was having an issue where I couldn't hole cut the top for some reason. I can only hole cut like halfway through, and it looks like it's also doing the glitch where you can't. If you stare at a given flooring section like this for long enough, and you mess around with it, and you rotate a lot, and you come back to this and that, like eventually it'll just stop letting you manipulate said flooring set or a custom roof. Either way, it'll stop letting you manipulate it with the hole cutter, which is what's happened to this roof apparently. So 2 different glitches, which means this roof is here to stay. So there you go. So I just decided to just do what I can to fill the space and not feel too cramped and claustrophobic, but I think I kind of failed, but hey, whatever. It's kind of it's still kind of a nice aesthetic. I feel really closed in, but it's not what I wanted for this upper level, but oh well, I had to deal with it. So yeah, we got the dining area and the kitchen, which is the same in the old base, and then I seem to recall in the old base there was some kind of like a bit going on over here, and then there was a raised section up here, so at least I managed to get that right. But yeah, you know, for these roofs I decided to just put custom bench on top just to fill the space slightly and make it feel like there's actually a purpose of some kind here. Alright, there we go. And then there, from there was a pretty basic setup. I think I just had some. I think in the original base it just had a couple of gardens and shelves in here, but honestly it was kind of making it feel even more claustrophobic, so I decided to not do that this time around because, like I've said, I've actually apparently gotten worse in my space usage, I guess, of this top level, so despite my increased experience now, I don't know. So yeah, there's that section there, and then the upper section, which is accessed by jumping onto the benches and then right onto the upper roof section, includes yeah, these same uppermost level viewing areas. You know, pretty basic stuff. You're here for the view, not really for the decorations or anything. Just a place to sit, maybe a cabinet, and you know, a little bit of bushes. It's nice. Got a basic campfire here with the sticks around it to make it feel even more fancy. And then we got some triangular shaped things here. It's nice to mix up the shapes of what you're building. And for some reason, standing right here just really makes me feel like accomplished and like I did a good job here. Like it's a good power standing section. Just fucking, alright, look what I've done. Yeah, did that. Oh yeah. You know? So yeah, I'm happy about that. And as you walk over here, you got some stuff so you don't fall down. You got stuff to walk up, stuff to walk over. That's a nice little area. Got some plants and such. Oh, I thought I planted the coneflower. God damn it. But yeah, we got that going here. Got a nice viewing area of everything. And yeah, got some roofing sections here, which I had to hole cut this out to make a viewport for the people actually sitting here eating, and they're gonna get rained on, but whatever, it's the experience, right? So let's see, over here we have the exact same thing because it's mirrored, and I guess that's the top level, really. Let's take a trip on down to the what level were we calling this? Level 3, I think? Yeah, 3rd level. Or is that? No, I want to take a look here. Yeah. So 1, 2, and the 3rd level, which is over here. And that leaves us with the Grand Master bedroom suite area. Oh wait, one more thing I want to point out is that it's cool that you can see another one of my old bases on this world save. from here, you can see over there the, what is, I think it was called the Baba Yaga hut eventually by most people, just because it kind of looks like Baba Yaga's hut from Eastern European folklore. Yeah, it's kind of cool place to be able to see as you're eating. Got the graphics turned down significantly so I can record. I was trying to record earlier and it was super choppy, so it's like, fine, we'll turn them down. I guess this world save is pretty jam-packed full of stuff. Ooh, one more thing before we get too far along is, there we go. If you grab these ropes that are built in this weird-ass way, you can do the infinity rope glitch. Just pretend you're climbing a rope forever, which is kind of fun. So, let's see. On the original server, I actually, which was on a monthly cycle, I actually wasn't there for the last week. I wasn't able to play, so I had to have a friend of mine, Third Axis, finish what was out on this platform here. I think I had like built the platform and built these things leading up to it, and then was just about to start on it all, and then yeah, I didn't get around to it, so I had to ask him to do it, and he did a great job, but I don't know, it's just not what I would have done. So in this recreation here, I've decided to, instead of recreating what he did there, I've decided to go with yeah, what I would have probably done. Although I don't even know what I would have done back then. I just did the kind of shapes and designs I would do now, but without anything too fancy, because again, I'm trying to keep myself to what I would have done 3-4 years ago. So yeah, we got I don't know, I wanted a nice open layout down here so you can have like dancing, singing parties and such. They got like wide open spaces, not too much to bash yourself on, fucking trip on stuff. Although we do have this one thing, trip hazard, the garden here, because I just had to do it because I noticed that, you know, I am at the tree level here, and there's one little tree poking through, and you add a garden around it. It looks like it's part of the shrubbery, you know? Neat. It's awesome. Kind of reminds me of that day 999, my first world save. Got the exact same thing going on one of the levels there. So yeah, we got pretty basic double floor laid over each other, so you get the crosshatch pattern, which is kind of cool as well. And then you go up to the second floor. And here we have, you know, the main floor of this master bedroom suite. Actually, let me go over to here. I fucked up the placement, so I was going to say, oh, I like it when there's a bit of space around the thing so you can walk around it, but I fucked up. Shh, I cut too close to the floor there. I should have actually done it more like this side. And you get the basic little walk around thing, and it looks kind of nice. You know, I like that feeling of it. You got the look through windows, walls. I really like that feeling of just this little landing area. Got some basic good mix of the rocks and the wood and the bones. I don't know, it feels like a nice place. And perfect. The second you walk up above, you start seeing the beautiful vista out to your right and over here. And then, I don't know, right about here, it feels really nice because it's filling straight out from your eyeballs and up to there, and somehow psychologically that feels really good. But once you get up to the top, it's a bit less of a view. But then this area over here, as you move up into it, you get more view, so it kind of, I don't know, it's really hard to describe the feng shui of it, but I'm sure you guys are feeling it too. I hope so. And then we got, again, the little kind of effect of a upper balcony kind of looking down on a slight lower portion here, so that's kind of fun. I just realized I forgot to explain one part of how it's all set up. Once I had built the platform out to there, and then I just built some rock walls underneath so that it looks like, I don't know, it looks like it's closed in there. But other than that, I just used a couple of rock wall pillars placed out around the edges of that as a place to put a custom floor, to have a level floor, because when you're using this technique of the climbing rope platform thingamajiggers, even if you're trying really hard and you're pretty good, it does tend to rise slightly over time, so by the time you get up to the end there, it's actually higher than you started, and probably a little bit wonky one way or the other, so at that point you wanted to build a custom floor to level everything out again. Alright, I forgot I have some gardens down here too. Yay! So, from there, we go up into the sort of main section of the master bedroom suite here, which in this case kind of just includes basic entryway area. We've got some random containers and such to make things look nice, fill the space, la-di-da, it's all good here. We've got a some kind of shape here to accentuate the opening and make it look nice to look at here. As you walk up again, we're just using the old trick of having a custom floor, or could have done a simple custom stair, or I could have done a simple stair leading up to a custom floor, and then on the custom floor, more simple stairs, you know, just kind of easier, less space. The stairs are wide. The normal stairs are this wide, the simple stairs are this wide. You can save space. Yeah, once you get up here, there we are, we're in the base. And, oh right, needed to use some stacked custom floors just to get up as more makeshift stairway, so you can actually be on the top floor of the base here. And once we're in here, we got a nice little upper balcony viewing area, which again I'm really fond of. So let's go to the other side to get a better view. Oh, I guess I'm done with this. Bye bye. And then, yeah, I don't know. You can take a look at this beautiful area we have here. Okay, to be honest, neither way is all that nice. It cuts off the view of the mountain. Right there, perfect. Just standing, that's the best way to view this. Yeah, we got this nice upper walkway view area up here of the, you know, just top down of the main bedroom area. Which, yeah, like I said, is supposed to be kind of my area, if there is one in the base. Technically, the whole base is mine, but you know what I mean, my special area. Got the chairs and the couches and such for people to hang out on, and the tables and all that good stuff. Have a nice, ooh, rainy. Have a nice old party time here. Got a couple of weapon holders to accentuate the place, you know, basic stuff. I'm really tempted to go way too hard on this, but then I'm like, hold on, because we're pretending this is back when you wouldn't have known how to build too much stuff, so. Yeah, and then we got, you know, the main bed right here, which is pretty standard stuff. You just got your rock walls, and then a custom floor on top of that, and then some bedding, you know, furs and leaves. And then here we got a pillow in the form of an archery thing, with a skull coming out of it. Pretend like there's somebody already in the bed, sleeping, like, oh, there you are, you know, kind of nice role play sense. And then, also this time I decided to try something a little bit newer, I admit it's newer, of doing the Timmy drawing too with, or stick figure, so that he pokes his head out through the thing there, and I don't know, he looks like he's tucked into bed all nice and chipper. So yeah, pretty happy with that setup, and got a little birdhouse here for adding the bird song to the area when they actually come in here. There's everybody. Something I said. Got a dude standing here. I could have done one of my animal-headed guards, but like I said, I'm just trying to go with what I knew a few years ago. Gosh, I love that view. Maybe I should put these before I upload the world save to the to YouTube or whatever I'm gonna do with this. In case people want to walk through it. I need to make this place as nice as I can. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much everything in the base there. I can't think of much else rather than to just enjoy what we got here. This was quite the fun little project just for myself so that I could wander through and enjoy, you know, just what I had built previously, which is all that section down here. And I'm also pretty happy with this master bedroom section. It's not too bad. I mean, it's a little awkward, little tight, little rushed, but I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it, and especially that view of the mountain here from the through the. Admittedly, I even rushed this artwork thing, but still, it looks really good in my opinion. And look at this, just too beautiful. That's what I love this game for. Just building stuff and enjoying how it looks. But yeah, I guess aside from this final balcony that I'm on right here, hey, hello whoever's sleeping in the main bedroom. That's pretty much everything in this base as far as I can tell. So I guess I'll sign out and onwards and upwards from here, and hope that y'all have a great time, great day, great lives. Catch you on the next one. Bye.